Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Mindy from Paper Creations by Mindy. Today I'm going to be sharing a card process video using Bug Brigida from the c.c.designs May release, some Distress Ink Oxide, and the new Cloud Stencil from My Favorite Things. I'm starting my card by creating my background. I'm using Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock and Broken China Distress Ink Oxide. I'm just randomly lining up the edge of my cloud die on the paper and then lightly brushing upwards with my Distress ink. I apply the ink lightly, and if I want it a little darker, I just go back over it. I love how these new oxides work as they blend so well together, and I can't wait for more colors to be released. Once I have my clouds done, I'm going to set it off on the side to work on my coloring. Now I'm going to be coloring up Bug Brigida with my Copic markers. I have a list of all the colors I use in the beginning of the video, and also I'll be listing them on the screen as we go. I sped the video up so as not to bore you too much. I typically, when I color, work from dark to light. So for the skin, I start by applying a type of base coat with my latest color, which is E000. I then go back and work dark to light. I've gotten into the habit of working on one area at a time, so here I'm starting with the face. That way my colors don't dry too fast and it'll help me blend out the colors better. I'm definitely not a professional at coloring, but I hope this video helps you in some way. Honestly, if you're looking to expand your knowledge of coloring with Copics or any medium, there are lots of online classes you can take. The free videos like this one are nice, and I personally love to watch people color, but to get down to the root of coloring, I myself even take classes. It just helps to better understand shadows, textures, and light source. And I'll list below a place where you can take some online classes to help further you along. Once my face is all colored up, I move on to the neck, legs, and arms. These areas are pretty small, so I can do all those at once. I'm not too worried about my ink drying on me real fast. For the outfit, I color it similar, working dark to light with my markers. Typically for clothing, I will go over it twice just to blend it out better and deepen the shadows. You don't have to color it this way. This is just how I prefer to do it. I love my shadows really popping off of the page. You may notice that my blue slipped over a little bit onto the arm. The fun of coloring while filming, I guess. My face is normally right up into the paper, so when I'm back like this, I don't get to see right next to my lines. I took a quick second to fix the little boo-boo by going over that with my colorless blender to remove the blue ink first. I then go back over with my E15, E13, E11, and E01 to blend it back out so it doesn't look like she's got a blue spot on her arm. I think it touched up nicely. Once my boo-boo is fixed, I go back to work on the dress. That was an unintentional way of showing you how you can still save your project. For the rest of my image, everything is going to be colored up dark to light, so I'll let you listen to some fun upbeat music for the rest of the coloring image. After my image was all colored up, I cut it out with my scan and cut machine. I also had taken our distressed background and cut out a heart with my heart die from Jaded Blossom. I then started to line up where I wanted everything to go. I knew I wanted to use a black background base because I really wanted that to make everything pop. I pulled out my Girly Sentiment stamp from c.c.designs to pick a sentiment to add to the bottom corner of my card. Once I settled on that, I adhered it to my clear block and stamped it with black Tuxedo Memento ink. Here I'm going to give it one final look before I start gluing everything down. Here I'm using my Scrapbook Adhesives tape runner to adhere the front of the card and the heart down onto the card. My image, I'm going to pop that up with some foam squares just to give it a little bit dimension. I just make sure to put quite a few on to provide a nice even coverage. Now that my card is almost complete, I decided to add some of my favorite Nouveau Crystal drops, Morning Dew. I love the Nouveau drops and use them on almost everything. This one has a clear finish to it, and I just love how it adds that little bit of something to the card. And here is the finished card. I hope you enjoyed today's process video and it inspires you to create. If you like my videos, I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel to keep up to date on my latest projects. You can also visit me on my blog, papercreationsbymindy.blogspot.com, to see a complete list of the supplies and details of my creations. I'll have that link down below as well. Thank you so much for stopping by.